This is Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine, the most listened to podcast for parents by parents.
Hey everyone, and thank you for listening to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine, the podcast talk show for parents. I'm Janice Robinson Celeste, your host and publisher of Successful Black Parenting Magazine. I want you to tell all of your friends and followers about the show. So go to our Facebook page if you're not already there. It's Successful Black Parenting, and share the link with your followers right now and let people know you are joining us, okay? Even better, you can click the options and start a watch party because we love it when you do that. In addition, you can comment on Facebook and I'll post the best comments live on air. And know that it can take a while for your questions to populate in the backstage area, so ask any questions early. Do not wait. Our hashtag for the show is #BackTalk. Now, 2020 has been a rough year with COVID-19, racial unrest, unemployment at an all-time high. It feels like we are in a recession, but no matter what happens, parents have to put food on the table and work. So today I'm speaking with Whitney Bonds, who's a mom, and she was looking for ways that she could replace her income legitimately online. But if you've ever done it, you know you can't find a place without all these scammy types of help wanted ads. So she made her own website and created a safe space for moms to find jobs online. And now she has more than 500,000 visitors to her site every month. So welcome, Whitney Bonds. Hi, Whitney.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Now, you guys might notice the little discrepancy in the lip syncing for Whitney. We had some audio difficulty. So you're going to hear her through the phone on my side. So it may be a little delay. So it may look a little strange, but as we're kind of used to that with the internet these days, everything isn't synced perfectly. So I have some questions, Whitney. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your story. I kind of gave them a brief background, but what really happened? Did you lose your job or retire your job?
No. What actually happened was I got pregnant with my second child. And I already had my son, who was 2 years old at the time, and I was working a corporate job. But then when I got pregnant with my daughter, things just started changing. After I got pregnant, I realized that I just want to stay home and be there to raise my babies. But we were living on a 2-household income. So my husband and I had to figure out how I could supplement my income before I went ahead and just quit my job. So then I started looking online for ways to make money from home with kids. And the thing was that I couldn't find anything that just seemed legitimate. And I really was just looking for success stories because I knew that there were working moms out there. I just didn't know what they did, how much they made, and I didn't know what my true options were. So then out of a couple months of frustration and a short timeline before I wanted to quit my job after I had my daughter, I decided to just go ahead and reach out to work from home moms, interview them to see what they do, how to get started, and most importantly, how much they were earning. And they answered. So I interviewed them, documented everything, and I created a website to share their stories with moms like myself looking for legitimate ways to make money from home. So everything that I post is from actually a mom that's doing it today. So you know it's real. You can really know what your options are that you can do from home with kids. And this really works. The job on the list works for anyone. I mean, these are just more flexible ways that moms can actually make money with kids at home.
It really is a mystery when you're first starting out. I remember looking and I gave up because I kept running into all of those scams. It's not an easy process. And if you don't know where to go or how to really navigate it, it seems like it's not even possible. So can moms make real money from working at home with at a real job, or is it what should we expect? Is it a real job, with real money, big money like you would make if you went out to a 9-to-5?
It seems like the most money that you can make is when you do freelance work, because moms that interview, they're all the majority of them that are doing well are doing freelance jobs like becoming a virtual assistant, a bookkeeper, a proofreader, a freelance writer. But you can do other things like selling things on Amazon or flipping products from flea markets and thrift stores. There's things that you can do. You just have to know what your options are and see really what fits you. And I have pretty much success stories for all of these for moms that are doing very well doing these things, and tools and resources to help you get started if this is something that you want to do.
Okay, so how much are we talking here? What's possible?
Sure. Okay, so I interviewed a mom who was a freelance writer. She earns over $200,000 per year as a freelance
No
writer.
way.
No,
200,000?
Yes, but I will say she does this full time. So I asked her, so for someone who wants to get started as a beginner, how much do you think they could earn? And she said that she finds it very feasible to make at least $40,000 to $50,000 as a beginner as a freelance writer. So it's not like something that you can still make a nice amount of money as a freelance writer. And obviously, if you have more time, you'll have more time to pick up more projects and more work. But this is a great way if you are passionate about writing. If you enjoy it, this is something that you should consider. And then, like, I love talking about how this story on becoming a virtual bookkeeper, because I interviewed 2 stay-at-home moms, and one of the moms has 9 kids. She homeschools 6 of them, and she still makes over $2,000 per month on the side while raising her kids as a bookkeeper. So I'm like, okay, she can do that. Anybody can do this job. Because, I mean, I can't even get past my 2 kids, and she has 9. So there's so many opportunities out there. You just kind of need to know what your options are. And I can go on if you want, but.
Yeah, tell us about some of the success stories like that. That's amazing. Can you give us another example? Because I think a lot of us can relate.
Yeah, and another one I often see is you can teach, if you have a bachelor's degree, and you live in the United States and have at least 1 year of teaching experience. And the teaching experience can be anything from mentoring, if you go to church and you participate in the children's department. That's also a form that's acceptable as teaching experience. And you can work for companies like VSP Kids, New Kids, and EF Teaching is another company that hires people that will teach kids in China how to speak English. And what's so cool about this is that because you're working on China's time, you're either working early morning or late at night. And that means that you have the rest of the day to kind of be there for your family and, it doesn't interrupt your daily routine. Now, you can make up to $26 per hour doing this job, and the most hours you typically work a day doing this is only 3 hours. You can make a nice amount of money, like at least $2,000 per month, doing this while the kids are asleep or early morning. So that's another thing that I interviewed 2 moms who are doing this. One of the moms makes up to $1,700 per month. And then the other mom who works for Magic makes over $3,000 per month. So these are definitely ways that you can make money from home with kids. And these are actual companies. This is not a freelance position. This is something that you can do, get hired doing.
Right, and I know some people have done that, and with the teaching kids online in China, and you have to get really early in the morning because of the time difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is just one of those things like. If it with any job, especially working with kids, there's not required some sacrifice and just making it work. So it's not all ideal, but these are things that moms are doing to make an income from home with their kids. And with the pandemic going on right now, more kids are at home. So there's it's a high demand right now for teachers for these companies that they're hiring daily now because they need more help. So that's definitely another way that you can make money from home with kids.
All right. Well, what about, there are like Fortune 500 companies that people actually recognize that are hiring moms to work at home?
Oh, yeah. They were on like the top 100 Forbes list.
Oh, wow.
So these are legitimate companies, and I've interviewed the moms that actually are working for them. So that's another way to find out that these are like legitimate ones that moms can make money from home. And there's things you can also do, like if you are good at typing, you can transcribe and make money by typing audio files what you hear. Now, this is not the most enjoyable job, but it's another way to make money from home on your own schedule. You just have deadlines that you have. It's definitely something you could do if you have good typing skills and don't mind listening to audio recordings to type out what you hear.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned that one mom was working full-time as a writer, freelance writer. You can do full-time or part-time. It's pretty flexible, or is once you get into one thing, you have to do it according to the hours required, or?
No, so basically what it is that you have clients. So you'll have a client that needs to have the project done. They'll give you the requirements for the work. And what's so great about freelance writing is that you work on your own schedule as long as you can meet the deadline. So, by the time you put the kids to sleep, that's the time that you have to dedicate to that article or whatever you have to write. So So it's really around, you work around your own schedule as long as you can meet your deadline. You make your own schedule.
Which is great. That flexibility is what moms need. We have a lot of moms now. They're not only taking care of their children, but taking care of their parents. So they need that kind of flexibility to be home and be available. So you're one of those people and you're listening. This is probably something you might want to look into. Now, I know it's about moms, but what about dads? Do they stand a chance at landing a work at home job? Can they come to your site, or is it just moms only?
Yes, definitely. This is for everyone. This is really for everyone. I'm targeting moms because it's something that I couldn't find, so I knew other moms would need this information. But this information is for anyone. This doesn't have to be a dad. It could be your son that's just graduated college and needs something to do and wants to work from home. So this can be work for anyone. And I found blogging. That's my work from home job. So I figured out how to write my articles to rank on Google. And because of that, people are always finding my articles, and I'm making money through people visiting my website from ads and affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing is basically when you refer a product or service to someone and they make a purchase, or using a unique referral link. And if they make a purchase, then I receive a commission for whatever that product or service that I'm promoting. So that's the way that I'm able to make money through blogging. And I think it's a great way that anyone can make money. You just have to understand how it works. I definitely recommend to learn how to and understand SEO, which is search engine optimization. So you can master that. That's a great skill to have to even help other people and you can become a SEO auditor and help other web designers or bloggers learn how to get their articles ranked on Google and charge $100 to $300 per hour doing that. You just want to teach yourself first, understand how it works, and then outsource your skills to other people. And they are paying for this because people just don't understand how it works.
Okay, well, this all sounds great and wonderful. So what is the first step to applying for one of these jobs? What do we need to do?
Okay, so I highly recommend just to check out the options that you have that I have on the website, and then I try to give a description for each one to kind of give you a little glimpse of what that little world looks like. And I have an interview from pretty much for each job on the list from my mom, who talks about how people would get started and like the day in the life of what they go through. So then you read through that to see if that's something you want to do, because everyone is different. Everyone wants to, everyone has whatever. Everyone is different. So you're going to find out what you think will work for you. And then I have tools and resources for each job on the list to help you get started. So it really depends on what you want to do and what you choose. And there's tools and resources for you to get started for each one of them.
Okay. And tell people what website did you go to, which is yours. What is it?
So at the website, the name of the website is Tried and True Mom Jobs. So just like that it sounds, triedandtruemomjobs.com. And if you just click on the first tab, there's like 3 little lines if you're on your mobile phone, where you can just click on that and then go to work from home jobs. And you'll see the list of the 25 stay-at-home mom jobs that I have on the list. And it may say stay-at-home mom, but this is for anyone who is looking for ways to make legitimate money from home and knowing what moms are actually doing today.
Okay. Now, are there any fees at all anywhere during this process?
There's no fees, but for some of the things, like for example, the bookkeeper, how to become a virtual bookkeeper, there was a course that the moms took before they were able to start their own business as a bookkeeper and to get certified. So I have a link to the course that they took. So you would need to take the course before you become a virtual bookkeeper, because it gives you everything you need to know about how to become a bookkeeper. So there's a free class to take first, just to make sure this is what you want to do and this is something that you would even want to invest in. So I have those links in the article as well for you to first take the free classes first to make sure this is something that you want to do before you invest any money.
Okay. So how do workers normally get paid?
It's in a variety of ways. It depends on what job is that you choose. But if you're doing freelance work, I see a lot of people getting paid through PayPal or through checks, just checks in the mail. And those are probably the majority ways that I see people getting paid.
Okay. And are there any benefits, especially for people that are working full time, or what are they considered independent contractors?
Yes, for most of these jobs, they are considered independent contractors. And I'm working on an article now on health insurance that you can get as an independent contractor, because I know that's a huge issue with people not even wanting to leave their jobs yet because of that security of having those benefits at a full-time job. So I'm working on an article now to help people figure out what their options are when it comes to one of these work-from-home jobs that does not have a spouse that has insurance. Because I have my husband's insurance, so that's how I'm able to get like my medical insurance and things like that.
Okay, I just want to take a second because we're starting to run out of time, but I want to show everyone, I'm going to share my screen here and show everyone what your website looks like. So they should be able to see.
Okay, great.
Look at this. This is Tried and True Mom Jobs at Home. And right at the top here, it tells you work from home jobs, make money online. And you can see it's done really well. And look at all these places you were featured on. Congratulations. This is great. Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, Intuit Mint. I use the Intuit Mint. That's awesome. Different advice down here, even how to make money as a kid. Oh my God, you're going to have to tell us about that in a minute. But let me just click on this here and just show people so they know what your site looks like. And here you go. And we have how do you find stay-at-home mom jobs? And then you have different, start a blog and different things that they can do. So I think this is very helpful, especially now. And you have Start Here. Is that where they should go and start? Yeah, who we are, want to save money. So there we go. We do not accept guest posts. Okay, but yeah, this is great. So I think I just wanted to show everyone, what it looks like so they know what to expect when they come to your website. So how do you make money as a kid?
There's a lot of ways, and there's some traditional ways, like either you always have your long hair, and it depends on how old you are too.
Okay.
But you can even do surveys as a kid online, depending. I think you have to be 13 years old or older. But you can do surveys to make money, just like a little chunk change, just to get some money to spend on video games or whatever. But there are ways that kids are making money, and they're doing pretty well. So I just created a full list of things that they can do.
Well, that's great. Moms, put those kids to work. Make them pay the rent.
Yeah. And I will say, too, I'm learning more and more because when you have a home-based business, I'm learning so much that there's so many things that you can write off as a business expense, too. So if you do consider one of these independent contractor roles, there's things you can write off like your phone bill, your car when you use it for business. If you do any vacations, if you can consider them business trips, if you're going to do some business on them, and you're able to write that off on tax time. So there's so many benefits too of having a home-based business, and that you can even have while you have a full-time job. So you're able to get a lot of the money back that you're already spending on things if it's considered a business expense. So that's another thing that's so great about working from home is that you can utilize the tools that the government has already given you.
Well, this has all been great advice. I'm excited. I hope we can help some people to make some income or extra income. But do you have any last advice about applying for these types of jobs?
Just go ahead and get started. I know one of the things that people always are just saying that they want to do these things and they have these aspirations, but just go ahead and do it. Look at the list, find out what works for you, and start applying and putting yourself out there, because if you don't, you'll be in the same position that you're in right now if you want to make a change.
Absolutely. And I want to thank you, Whitney, for coming on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And thank you all for participating and listening to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting, the podcast talk show for parents. If you missed part of the show, no worries. You can just wait a few minutes and click the replay of this podcast. You can share it with anyone who needs to hear it. Let's get the word out, okay? We are back to our regular schedule, and we'll be broadcasting every Saturday at 11 a.m. through the summer and the fall. Next Saturday, our guest is literacy advocate Carrie Lee Carrington, and she will be discussing celebrating and discovering new Black children's book authors, I should say. Go to our Facebook page at Black Parenting One and sign up for the notifications so you don't miss when we go live again. Let's see. And let me see. I want you not to forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And it's going to be at Black Parenting One on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's Successful Black Parenting. It's also Black Parenting One on Twitter. Our website is successfulblackparenting.com. Don't forget the successful part, successfulblackparenting.com, and it's full of great content to help you thrive and not just survive as a parent. be sure to rate our podcast. And until next time, take care of yourself and stay safe out there.
Thanks for tuning in to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine. We'll see you soon.